Hey, are we doing it? Can everyone hear me? Am I here? What's going on, everybody? Got the good old regulars here. We got Ristel, got Becca, got Walter. We have somebody else in here. Oh no, it's just me. It's just you. Oh, it's just us. Nice and personal. Enzo, what's going on, guys? Wow, this was a long day. I think I had an 8.5 hour drive. What's going on? Jeff Matlow. Who else we got? Cryptid Castleberry. He's somewhere. You're somewhere nearby. Like you're within like a radius of me. I'm aware of that. How about Holler? Telling me to go to bed? Here's what they did to me. So I had like a 9 hour drive. Anyway, I'm nasty. I've been in a car all day. And I also like went on like a little like side quest because I stopped in a gas station. I knew the Appalachian Trail was nearby, but I wasn't sure exactly where. And then I stopped in this gas station to fill up, and I saw a white blaze on a telephone pole, and the place kind of looked familiar to me. And so I saw that. I went to it, and I looked around, and I saw another telephone pole down. There was also like a dead, bloated deer covered in flies, but that's a different story. And so I walked down that one, and I eventually got to the trail where it tucked into the woods. So I went on a little like side quest, and that was nice. I had time. What's going on here? And but anyway, where was I going with that? But anyway, I was stinky. I need to go get a shower. So I go run upstairs real quick. This is after like it's like 9 o'clock. And I get a text from Hal Ben Holler going like, "Hey, where'd you go?" And like, I'm just taking a shower. I'll be right back down. I'm in the elevator. I get to the first floor, and like as the elevator door open, I get a text like, "We've gone to bed." And it's been like it was like a 10 minute. It was a 10 minute period of time. Anyway, whatever. But anyway, it's been a great. This is a lot better experience than maybe we should talk about the Gatlinburg experience. I went to the Smoky Mountain Gatlinburg conference. Oh yeah, I don't blame you guys. Today was kind of a long day, especially for the drive. Oh, the Gatlinburg in comparison to this is a much chiller kind of situation going on. Gatlinburg, I didn't realize it. I never been to Gatlinburg before, and it's where like my dad went the first time the family took like an out of state like vacation in automobiles. He remembers going to Cherokee, and so I always wanted to go to that area because he always had fond memories of it. And man, I had a great, wonderful drive going into Gatlinburg, and then when I got to Gatlinburg, I realized like, oh, this is a Disney World type place, and it's exactly what it was. And it just was not my style. It was jam packed. You're shoulder to shoulder with everybody. Everyone's like coughing and sweating because it's 100 degrees, and there's like a dinosaur roaring at you from like a Ripley's building. It was too much for me. But this is we're in McMinnville, Tennessee. Much better situation. Very chill. What we got going on in chat? I see something about Myrtle Beach. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was Myrtle Beach of the mountains. But like at least Myrtle Beach is spread out along like a 1 mile stretch. This is like squashed into like 4 blocks. It's madness. Yeah, Gatlinburg, a tourist town. Yeah, it was like more of a tourist town. I was expecting because I like going through the mountains up here, and like you go to a town like Hot Springs, it's more like I wouldn't call it bougie, but it's more of like just a small town, what you expect. It's busy when you get to like prime season. It's busy, but it's like a chill. There's still like a chill spot to that town. You can also like walk away from the town. Gatlinburg, it's like you're just stuck on that street. You can't even go anywhere. It's awful. Oh. Oh, that's right. I can bring up comments. Awesome conversation with Chester more about the backward cults. That was very interesting. And a downer. I was like, oh man, we got to talk about that. I want to talk about Bigfoot. But no, that was like a very interesting conversation. And it's like, it's crazy. That's like how dangerous of a topic that is too. We've got North Myrtle Beach is not touristy. You know what? Yeah, I was going to say if I had to choose a Myrtle Beach to the last time I was in Myrtle Beach, and I said I wouldn't do this ever again unless I got paid. So I got paid to go work on a music video in Myrtle Beach, and it was North Myrtle Beach, and that was a little bit better. I don't know. I mean, it's still Myrtle Beach. Don't get me wrong. It's not like nice or anything, but it was at least like a little bit of a slower pace. It was less touristy. Yeah, so I would agree with that. People are like giving out where they're staying at tonight. Don't do that in the chat. What's going on? This is bad interneting going on here. Oh, but anyway, the drive here was great though. I ended up going through. I like when I have to go like through historical pathways, like Cumberland Gap. So I went above, like through like kind of Damascus, Marion, and then came down. Got me some tea, but that was a nice drive. That was cool. It got a little busy. I went through like I feel like 10 cities today. Um, those none of them were kind of fun, but I hit them all in a pretty decent time. The only town I got hit by hard was Knoxville at lunchtime. That was like a standstill situation. But other than that, though, I stayed pretty steady traveling. And once I got over the mountains, that's where we started getting like some thunderstorms. But that was all right. I enjoy that to some degree. I don't enjoy other people on the road. Like if there was nobody else on the road, it can rain as much as it wants. But man, I don't trust some of these people because you don't know if they got bald tires. And sometimes people are like giving like a Geo Metro a hard time, or like, what was it today? There was like some Nissan Altima. But I was like, what if those tires are like bald? Like, you don't want that guy going over 35. Slide right out, take out a whole family. What do we got on here? What's going on? We got knife talk. Show, bring it up. StreamYards. Look, my knife hands are considered lethal weapons by the DoD. It's great. The knife hand. That is the truth. I'm bad about it. I'll point once in a while. I still like to do finger guns. I think finger guns should never go away. But I learned when I'm talking to, I gotta like. It's important to do knife hands. Knife hands way better than a finger. Finger is kind of offensive. Knife hands like it's just being affirmative. I'm not kidding. I brought like the entire setup. I got the. I don't know how it looks though. Really, I mean, I'm limited. I bet you if I put this on, it looks like I bet you if I put this on, it looks like I'm being abducted by aliens. Abducted. Oh my god. Yeah, we're not doing that. What else we got? Other than that, though, I'm really excited about tomorrow. I had a nice time here. Driving in was great. I didn't realize how mountainous, how far into like Tennessee it is, where it stays like, oh, there's some serious kind of mountains going on here. Because there were still like some scenic vistas just like a couple miles up the road. And I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing, or what time I'm supposed to like get up and do anything. I think it starts at 9, but I think we got to be there at 7:30. Oh, I met MK Davis. That's the big story. Yeah. So anyway, it was the first time I saw him. I was going through the hotel and I saw like a guy, like standing in the hallway, and I was like, "Oh, who's this dude?" I'm kind of like looking at him. I'm like, he's got to be a big footer. He's got like cargo shorts on. He's got like an adventure shirt on. I'm like, this guy's got to be a Bigfoot. And then he kind of turned to go into his room, and it was MK Davis, and I was like, whoa, there he is. Then later, I met him very briefly down in the lobby. I just said like, hey, dude, I appreciate all the work you've done. I do. He's really cool. He seems really cool. I hope I get to talk to him more. I'm sure I will. It's just it's more up to me to talk to him. But I definitely gotta get some pictures with him. I want to get like the that picture like on the cover of Step Brothers, where they're both kind of like one's looking up like this, and the other one's like kind of down here. That's what I want. So I want MK Davis up here, and then I'm like half faded in at the bottom. Like, I think that'd be a lovely picture. There's a lot of Bigfoot sightings in the hills around here. I was thinking that when I was driving down here, just like looking off into the countryside, there's so much land. Like, it looks squatchy too. It looks very Bigfooty. There was like a field I was driving by, and I said we because it's me in my car. But I was driving by, and it reminded me of the field at the beginning of Legend of Boggy Creek when the monsters like coming out. That was awesome. But yeah, it definitely looks like a squatchy place. I could definitely see him like being around here. I wouldn't doubt it at all. Bristol, just don't get him started on the Patty Massacre thing. I like it. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I like it. I don't know. I need to. I would love to like. I feel like I've never gotten a proper layout of it. I've watched a lot of videos of people breaking it down. I watched his videos of breaking it down, but I feel like I'm always missing like the intro to it. Like what exactly started, like what would have led to all this. It's like the why, But I find it interesting. I don't mind like alternative theories like this because it at least like exercises your critical thinking part of your brain. You got to start like going, oh, okay, could this have happened? And that's good for anything. Like even like I don't think the Earth is flat, but like I can appreciate a different opinion. And then sometimes there's like It's at least entertaining, right? But like you can like it makes you think though, and at least keep scientists on their toes. I do like watching like scientists get mad at flat earth, like they're like when they're like seething and like really angry, and flat earthers to the point where they go to like the bottom of the earth to prove it. Like that's good. You should keep these scientists on their toes with nonsense. Like, damn it, they're getting paid well. They might as well work for it. Uh, I saw MK Davis at the Alabama Bigfoot conference this past June. I've always heard that he's like a chill guy. He's really nice. Uh, almost brought my new snake boots. Not gonna lie, I don't know about the snake situation out here. It looks snaky. I would imagine it's snaky. Who's all? What's everyone? There's a few people in chat that's going to be here tomorrow. What are you guys looking forward to in the Tennessee? I don't even know what's really going on. I haven't seen the schedule. But what's everyone kind of looking forward to? Yeah, I want to say Copperhead. It definitely looks like a Copperhead type place, and Rattlers. I can see Rattlers love in this place. Yeah, I got to meet Deuster and Stitch Witch. I did. Yeah, they were very nice. Actually, had broke bread, as they would say. I gotta get a new microphone. Every time I listen to like I can't listen to any of my interviews because I'll listen to it for like a minute and then my microphone. It's my bad discipline with staying on the microphone, and then it's just not a good microphone. It's like a $30 newer with with 3 E's. Wee. What's with the Coonboo guy? I don't know anything about this Coonboo guy. How do you say his name? Coonboo? What's his deal? Fill me in, chat. Anybody want to come up here? I can throw the link down. It's just us and 12 people. It's nice casual. How do I do that? There's a way. I did this before. How did I do this? Present, invite guest, copy. I'm doing it, guys. Look, we're doing it. If anybody wants to come up, pop on it. Do. Oh, wait, how do you pronounce it? Yeah, Deucer and Stitch are, which are great. Bow, like bow bridges, like a bow bridges. Is that how you say that? I would hate to have a name like that. Bow bridges. Ooh, I'd much rather be Lloyd. Coonbone, Coonboo. What's his name? I mean, is how you pronounce it. Okay, but that doesn't help me. Someone just going like, hold on, let me get to the bottom how you pronounce this. Is there I missed this up here. Walter Ballard asked about cloaked cryptid reports. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. That's almost one of those things. It's almost like a what does it mean homegrown from Alabama though? What does that mean? Is that what do I know about Alabama? Forrest Gump? Was he from Alabama? Yeah, Mobile, Alabama. No, Greenbow, Alabama. That's where Forrest Gump was from. What are you laughing at? I would just watch Airplane. It's crazy. That movie never gets old. Everything still works in that. And it's great. I didn't realize like you always think of Leslie Nielsen being in that movie, and he is, but it's like he doesn't come into like halfway through that movie. Oh man, that movie's great. I heard the new Naked Gun is good, but I heard like it's not the Naked Gun, like, but I heard it's decent. I'll check it out. It's nothing's ever going to beat those Leslie Nielsen comedy movies. I recently went down the rabbit hole. Well, not recently, but within like the last 2 years, I didn't. I got like an interest in like Leslie Nielsen. I was like, that dude was like in a bunch of old movies before he did the comedy thing. So I watched Forbidden Planet. Have you guys ever seen that movie? It's from like the 50s. It's pretty rocking good. And it was like a Disney movie at the time. But there's some decent special effects. At one point, they get attacked by this alien like monster thing, but it's invisible. And they have these force fields up. And the way they did the special effects for it, it was all like hand drawn electricity, but it like made the outline of the monster. I thought it was pretty rocking. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, you know what? Put that on IMAX right now. Oh, we got some fans of Forbidden. Yeah, Forbidden Planet. It rocked. I was totally in on that movie. The creature from the eye. Yeah, yeah. Who's Robbie? Oh, but anyway, yeah. So watch Forbidden Planet, I guess. I got a huge recommendation for that. Yes, Creep Show. That was the first time I think I saw him as a serious, like being serious in a movie. Because at that point, I'd only seen the Police Squad. Because my dad was a big fan of like those Police Squad, and then the Naked Gun, but the airplane movies too, and Top Secret. But he's not in that one. But yeah, Creep Show was the first time I saw him as like being like a serious like threat, and that's a good episode too. If anyone hasn't seen it, Ted Danson is having an affair with Leslie Nielsen, who's like a rich, powerful guy who owns like a beach house, and he finds out, but he buries Ted Danson up to his head in the sand, like during like low tide, so the high tide's gonna like drown him out, and he has to watch a video of his wife somewhere down the beach in the same situation, but she's gonna die first. So it's wild. And then they end up coming back as like aquatic zombies. And then Leslie Nielsen dies by like going like and all these colors. It's good. Creep Show is great. Creep Show is really good. The only story I don't like is the one. It's not bad, but it's the one with Ed Harris. It's called like Father's Day or Mother's Day. No, I think it's Father's Day. That one I didn't really care for. But what's the other one? That is the Creature in the Box. That one's really good. And then the Stephen King one where he turns into a plant. That one's good too. Stephen King's great in that. People gave him crap like he was a bad actor, but it's like, isn't he played it exactly how I think you have to play it. He had Robbie the Robot from Forbidden Planet. I like that aesthetic style of the robots. Well, don't be giving away like, come on. No one needs to know that. And maybe who said that she's dead? Maybe she's just unconscious. Uh, what else is going on? I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I don't know what to expect. Oh, I was like, I got to see a little bit how the sausage was made, and I got to watch them signing the posters for the event, and the posters are rocking. I guess that Randy Hutchins' son made the posters, and it's like a band. There's no way I'm going to do it justice, but like what it is like a band made up of like different cryptids. So like Mothman's in the very back, and he's like on drums, and his wings are all up. He's got some crazy eyes. Then it's like Dogman on bass, Bigfoot on lead, and I forget who was singing. Oh, Kentucky Goblin. But it's like a pink. It's very like almost. It's like a pink, blue, green kind of color palette, and it's great. It pops. It's really nice. Yeah, that is the code for code 14 earlier. What was the joke in Jalen? If anybody's ever watched Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, I know it's like a 20-year-old movie, but there's a joke with the security guards and Miramax. Like, we got a code 17. It's like, oh, we got to disappear a dead hooker out of Ben Affleck's trailer. Like, no, that's a code 18. Like, oh, okay. What is Mona? What is Mona? The Disney movie? We got some Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back fans. That movie, that's another funny one too. What does he say when? Do you remember when Judd Nelson has them surrounded in the diner and they come out with the monkeys and they're like, "Yo, this is our adopted son. Me and Fat Boy here, we're like husband and husband. I'm not all the way gay, but he's totally gay." And they're just like, they just let him walk away. That shit's so fucking funny. He gets like they get far enough away to like run from him. And then as soon as they do, Will Ferrell is just like, "Shit, that was them, wasn't it?" Oh, that was great. Oh, she's Mona, not a scream. I'm missing something. But yeah, you know what though? I love old Kevin Smith. I don't hate him now, but he's just kind of like he doesn't make the movies that interest me as much. I think like Dogma is one of like the greatest movies ever made. And like I don't say that ironic, like being like ironic or anything or cynical. Like I think that's honestly like one of those. That's his best movie in my opinion. But it's a great like I watch that thing about every year. I was one of those weirdos that still had it. Like it was out of print for like a decade, and I still had the original special edition, like 3 disc that I bought way back in like 2005. People coming with the Clerks was the best. Clerks is really good. Clerks is really good. I don't think it's his best. I think it's his best with what he had going, like with what he had to make it with. Um, but you know what? I was like upset when he was making Clerks 2. I was like, oh, he kind of. I didn't really want to go back to Clerks 2, but then I ended up watching Clerks 2, and it was really good. It was actually like, in my opinion, I won't say it's better than Clerks 1, but I think it's on the same level. 37. Buddy Christ. That's like that. That's when the Dogma starts off with like that great joke. And it's this George Carlin, the Buddy Christ. Doesn't he just ring Buddy to you? Like, it's so funny. And like now I watch it now, I didn't realize how like really crazy Ben Affleck and Matt Damon is, like Loki and Bartleby in that movie. Like they go in there, especially now watching it. Like I don't know, there's something really crazy. Like they go in there, they shoot up a whole board meeting, they just blast everybody. It's like, man, that's like so violent for a Kevin Smith movie. Then like they're dropping people and their heads are exploding. That was great, great movie. There's a new Clerks. There's like, I think they're up to 3. But you know what's a hidden? No one's ever seen this. At least not that many people. Unless you like are really big into Kevin Smith. But there was an animated series for 1 season, and I highly recommend it. It's really funny. I like the drawing style of it, and it's got a decent cast. It's all like the original cast, and including Silent Bob. But the main villain in it is this guy named Leonardo, because they live in Leonardo town, like that's the township's name, and it's played by Alec Baldwin, and he's basically just doing his 30 Rock shtick, like 10 years before he ever does 30 Rock. Yeah, agreed. The animated is like solid. It's really good. There was a live action pilot made, but it had no involvement with Kevin Smith, and it had like Jim Brewer and then some nobody playing Dante. And I think it did like 1 pilot, and it never got picked up. Thank God. Thank God. No one ever brings up Mallrats. Mallrats is all right. I don't know how we got down the Kevin Smith train, but while we're here, 2-2, let's talk Kevin Smith. But like of late, I was really looking forward to that movie Red State. Then it came out and it wasn't great. And it's not so much. I think it was like terribly edited. It could have been way better than what I was expecting. It wasn't nearly as scary as he was like letting on. It was kind of predictable. John Goodman's good in it, but that's where I think he kind of fell off the wagon. I would say like his last good movie would maybe be Tusk. Even though I'm not really into body horror, and that's all that is. Yeah, what's the dead hooker think? What's your favorite? Oh, Chasing Amy. Okay. The only good movies these days are horror films. I was about to say like Godzilla -1 is fantastic, but that is also a horror movie. So you have a point. Yeah, there might be something to it. Horror is, I think studios are more open to like new ideas, because like you definitely get more original horror movies, even though they're not technically original. A lot of them are like kind of like repeats or like copies of other horror movies. But like you do get a lot more original ideas with horror movies nowadays. I know that Oz Perkins is killing it now, who is Anthony Perkins' son. He did the Monkey movie, Long Legs. But I actually came across Oz Perkins like 10 years ago on Red Letter Media. They were making fun of some kids movie he made with like a talking dog. And it's so crazy to see that Oz Perkins went from that to like being like a very acclaimed horror director. Late Night with the Devil, that was a good one too. We got Tusk fan. Jason Mewes did a Bigfoot hunt with Jack Osborne. Do you know Jason Mewes and Jason Lee were in a Bigfoot movie? Hold on. There was a Kevin Smith produced Bigfoot movie starring Jason Lee, Jason Mewes, and I think Brian Johnson, who plays Steve Dave in all the Kevin Smith movies. Tell him, Steve Dave, the tall guy. Hold on, let me bring it up. I don't even remember the name of it. Let me look it up. Kevin Smith, Jason Lee, Bigfoot movie. Hope this isn't like a well-known fact that I'm acting like is like a big deal. Oh, here it is. Drawing flies. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna do the lazy YouTuber thing and just describe it to you. Let me find it. Is this a? Is there a trailer for it? I've never seen this movie, but I think it just kind of ran the film festivals. I think that it was put out on DVD for a short time, but oh wow, hey, it's up here. We could watch the whole movie. Okay, hold on. Now I gotta go. Hold on, I'm figuring this out, guys. I'm not great at this. Present. How do I present? Do. Share screen. Do. Okay. So I can add to stage. Whoa. It's like a real YouTube. I'm like a real YouTuber now. How we doing? Yeah, Long Legs. I haven't seen Long Legs. I just know like a lot of people said it was good, and then they gave that Oz Perkins like double the budget to make that monkey movie, which I think was like a Stephen King short film or short book or something like that. And yeah, he's killing it. And Nicolas Cage too. You can't go wrong with Nicolas Cage. He's like in his renaissance right now. He's killing it. Let's bring this up. Let's go full screen on this. This is just the full movie, so I don't know how I'm supposed to.
I might need a little assistance.
But yeah, it is a View Askew movie.
No money for beer or food
Jason Lee
or
here.
nothing. Don, where you been?
Oh, I was just gathering up some stuff for a fire.
Oh my god, I can't believe it's all up here. I gotta watch this tonight.
You've been following these guys the whole time?
Probably Cassidy. It's one thing just to get it off in the goddamn.
But yeah, fun fact: Kevin Smith made a Bigfoot movie. Isn't that interesting? Anything else? I guess I'm learning. I'm doing things. What else? I guess that's it. What time is it? We'll wrap it up. Give me 20 more minutes. Let's find something else to do real fast before we wrap this up. Let's figure out. Oh, I should probably look up. Oh, I don't like that. Give me some background. I don't like that's too big. Yeah, that's better. Keep me down there. What happens if I go? Whoa. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's neutral. But yeah, that's it. I guess I am gonna go to bed in a little bit. I did make some tea, as I said before. What else we got going on? We talked about Kevin Smith movies. Done with that. What else we got? Is he doing any other like he's done with the View Askew verse, so there's nothing else new coming out from that. Unless it was like a Clerks 4, but I don't know who that would be. What's some good horror movies? Like of recently. We named a couple. Long Legs, Late Night with the Devil. You know what? I don't hate those Conjuring movies. I wanted to hate them, so I didn't watch them. And then like they build up on me. I had like ended up having like 4 or 5 Conjurings just lingering around, and then I was like, I gotta watch these things. And I started with like the first one, just kind of rolled with it. By the second one, I was like into it. So by the time I got the third one, I was like really excited. And I was expecting the reason why I don't like a lot of new horror movies is because there's a lot of jump scares. I can't stand jump scares. And not because they're like scary, but it's like a cheat. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you're not really building any tension. You're just like blowing it all at one time. But those movies aren't actually like that. The trailers kind of make them seem like that, but in reality, like one of the creepiest things I think was Conjuring 2. She's in some creepy room, very like 60s deco, and like there's just a shadow person standing behind her when the camera pans, and then you think it's gonna like disappear, and it doesn't. It just stays there when she looks back at it. Then it like comes at her like, ooh, ooh. Rick Skinner Friday night, no work tomorrow. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's Walter Ballard said amazing at the percentage of Hellbenders awake all night. Did we all just not sleep? I only get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep, and I'm good to go. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning. I wanted to head out the door at 6 a.m. It took me a little bit longer. I got out the door at 6:20, and I got here right at like 3 o'clock, like 2:40 something. I drove around here a little bit. The Conjuring with Vera Flamingo. Loved her in the Roar series. I don't know. Oh, that old show. Yeah, she was in that. She's also in Godzilla King of the Monsters. She plays a I'm surprised feminists have never. I guess they don't watch Godzilla movies, but like if feminists ever sat down and watched Godzilla movies, they would be shocked at how many villains of Godzilla is just like a liberal woman. Like it's usually just some crazy hippie that's like trying to like change something for the greater good, and then Godzilla has to come in. There was one, and it's really good. Godzilla versus the Smog Monster, but what was it called? That's what it was called when it was released here. What was it called when Godzilla versus Hedorah? That's what it was. And it's this like monster made out of pollution. He rains like acid on people and turns them to bones and all that. But in that movie, there's like a group of like hippies that are trying to stop pollution, and the villain is pollution. So you would think naturally these are going to be the good guys. They're not, though. They're actually like kind of like towards the like you start realizing throughout the movie that they're like cultists, and like they're kind of like rooting for the pollution to kill everybody, and they end up getting zapped by Godzilla. But like I was like, what was the other one? Oh, no, it wasn't Destroy All Monsters. Was it Destroy All Monsters? It was. A whole group of female aliens take control of the telepathically control all the kaiju on Earth and rage war, and they're just like angry feminists. That's like what they are. They're just like, we got to get rid of the men. Godzilla be wild, man. Always having to fight against them. Oh, I forgot about that series. Yeah, the Bates Motel. I started watching that. It was pretty good. Psycho is probably one of the it's one of those movies that has a lot of sequels, but honestly, if you sit down and watch them all, they're all kind of great. I think the weakest one is the third one, and the third one's not bad. It's just the weakest one. The fourth one, I think, was like a made-for-TV one, so it's a little bit softer, but it's about what's his name in that? Norman Bates. It takes place Norman Bates like when he's like 50 or 60, like he's a little bit older now. He's out of prison, he's out of the psych ward, and he's just kind of like living a somewhat normal life, and it's him like calling into a radio show, and it's good. Just watch it. Psycho is probably one of the best film series in terms of like staying consistently interesting, and I don't know if they're scary in the sense, but it's more like suspense and thrilling. Like someone's going to get it. But the Bates show was good too. That whole series has happened to fall into good hands. The only like blemish on it is that Gus Van Sant shot for shot remake of it. That was, I mean, you can watch it, but you can just watch the original too. It's a shot for shot remake. It's exactly the same as the original, shot for shot. Amazing. I don't know how they ever got away with that. I would have been like, if I was like, especially like a studio executive, one of them would have been like, you got to do something different. You can't just make the same movie again. But anyway, okay. It's 11:50. I guess we're wrapped up. Anybody got any question? Anybody got any request for me to do anything tomorrow? Am I supposed to battle MK Davis? But I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you guys here. Ristol, you gonna be here, or are you gonna be here? What was another good film series from Alfred Hitchcock that he like spun off? Wasn't there another one? Oh, I'm thinking of The Fugitive. I don't think that was him though. I used to watch the Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock Presents, where it was like the doom, his silhouette would line up. I used to watch that, and there was an episode where like this chick like killed this guy, and the dude's in the trunk of the car, and the car's like sitting low, and the cop pulls her over, and the whole thing is just like her trying to get the cop to not open the trunk, Like she pretends she's got a flat tire, and the cop's like, "Oh, I'll help you. I'll go in the trunk and help you." And she's like, "No, no, 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 no. It's not in there." Rissa will be there in spirit, mounting the standard. But yeah, Alfred Hitchcock, man, that was good stuff. I don't know what got me on that one. Oh, we were talking about the Bates Motel. Did you know? Hey, you want to hear a fun fact? Did you know the first time a toilet was filmed and like put on like a screen to view was for the trailer for Psycho? It was considered taboo to show a toilet on screen or on like video in any way or in photograph. And you go watch the original teaser trailer for Psycho, and it's like Alfred Hitchcock in a bathroom, and he's like talking about, and he's like standing right there in it. And I just thought that was interesting. So yeah, first time like a toilet was like heavily featured or like featured in like a on for a feature film was Psycho. Now you know. All right, let's wrap it up. All right, guys, let's do this. Got an early morning. Y'all take it easy. What else we got? Anything else? Anything else? All in the Family was the first to have a toilet flushing sound. Really? Wow, that's interesting. All in the Family. And that was like the gag, wasn't it? All right, y'all. Take it easy. Let's do this. Oh, man, we only been on for 36 minutes. It's about like, oh, yeah, I guess that felt like 36 minutes. Later, guys.